All right, everyone, it is time. We are once again back for Three Dudes Review, and this time we do have a special review, but I'm going to let Joe kick it off and let you guys know exactly what we're playing today.
Well, thank you, BA, and this week we have a holiday album, and not just any holiday album, it is a Death Row Christmas album. That's right, the folks at Death Row that brought you Doggy Style, The Chronic, and Machiavelli bring you Death Row Christmas. All your favorite hits and all your favorite gunshots all on one fine album.
Wow.
Actually, no, it's a good album. 96 it came out, and it was kind of more on the tail end of Death Row. At that point, all the big celebrities had left. Snoop is gone, Dr. Dre is gone. I want to say Tupac is dead at this point, maybe? I can't remember if it was 96 or 97. Who else was not there? Warren G, I don't think was there at that point. So basically, Suge got all his money and they all left. So, but hey, who knows? It could be a diamond in the rough. Got to be better than the last 2 weeks.
Well, we hope so, but we're going to go ahead and get this started. The first song is called Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto. So, once you get
started on
want to start, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you kick off a holiday album.
Yeah, that one, I was feeling that one.
Damn.
But I'll kick it off. Yeah, I loved everything about that, actually. No, the flow on all of these rappers were awesome. The bass line, amazing. I mean, it just had such a good vibe to it. Even though they're talking about, what it's like to be in the ghetto, in the hood, and, how Christmas is. They did it in such a good way where, like, you just feel it, man. You're like, yo, I know what you're talking about. Even if you don't know what they're talking about. Like, so I think that was an A+. What a wonderful way to start off an album. That's all I can say. What do you think about this one, Joe?
When I'm listening to it, I ain't even relating it to a Christmas song. I mean, it just was a good rap song, period. I mean, it was really just encompassing great storytelling, great rapping, a hell of a bass line. Also, just it made you bob your head. You were smiling. It was just like, yeah, all right, and it wasn't laced with profanities, and you could understand everybody, and hell of a song. Like, if I was listening to that on a just a regular album, I'd be like, that's a hell of a track. That was a good song.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I agree. That shit was fire. That sample too. I knew it was from somebody that I've heard before. It's Isaac Hayes sample. Fire artist. If you guys haven't heard of him, you should definitely check him out.
He's a bad mother.
Yep.
You guys, okay, B.A. got that reference.
But yeah, that was fire, man. I'm glad. This is a relief.
Yeah.
We've been struggling.
Listen, let's just hope that we're going up on this coaster and not
far.
just plummeting down.
Hopefully we can continue this trend.
I want to say one thing though before we go to the next one. That is the second best rap Christmas song I've ever heard. Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis is still the best rap Christmas song.
Yeah. All right. So this next one is called Christmas Song. All right. So that one was a Christmas song. Mike, what did you think of that?
Yeah, it's a good track. It ain't really my flavor though. I definitely like the first track a lot better, but now it's a great remake of a Christmas song. It's definitely better than some of the ones I've heard. I'd rather listen to that than the original.
Okay.
Got the little jazz flavor to it.
All right.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I thought it was awesome. I know it's so generic, but honestly, it was very unexpected for me. I had no idea what I was getting into with this album. I had some idea, but this, like, my expectations are like huge now. Like, after hearing the first two tracks, especially this one, I don't know what to expect. Like, it's just, man, that one hit. And yeah, I mean, the voice, I never heard of Danny Boy, but he did a great job. His voice was smooth with the track. It was slow, but it was definitely a good slow. And I would definitely listen to this song again for sure, without a doubt. What do you think, Joe?
You know, this song is probably from like going back to like almost the 1940s. It was by Mel Tone, who originally wrote it and did it, and then the most popular version is by Nat Cole. He's probably the most well-known version. This is a different spin. I love the jazz. I love the 90s R&B going on. The fusion between the two is just really cool.
Yeah.
And it just it makes you think holidays, obviously, and it's like, hey, let's make a baby on Christmas. You know, like at first I thought like, man, when did R. Kelly work with Death Row? And then I was like, I don't think he did. So I double checked and I was like, okay, I don't know who this Danny Boy guy is, but I loved it. It was smooth. It was nice. And then, like you said, it was a good slow, you know? Like the album last week was just slow, and it was slow, bad slow. Like molasses across the street, granny style slow. This was like smooth slow, like, hey, baby, slow it down. I liked it. We're 2 for 2, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
So let's hit
Leave
the next
it to
one.
Death Row to make baby making Christmas.
Well, yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, you do.
Well, no, I don't. So the next track is called "I Wish." All right, I really like that one, but before we get to my opinion, that song was "I Wish." Joe, what did you think about it?
Well, it wasn't as good as the first two, but it wasn't bad either. The one guy was really good with the flows. I mean, I really enjoyed the one guy. He just sounded like he was a natural on the track. It just sounded like he had the beat. Like, everything just sunk up. Then there was another guy who kind of did that, like, just, like, he kind of flowed, but it wasn't like a flow. It was like that, like, oh, yeah, you know, my flow, And I mean, he was just kind of putting words together that rhymed, but they just weren't on, like, you know, flow. They're rhyming words, but not on the flow as well. But you know, it's kind of a song. To me, it was about like redemption and you know, wishing that they were with the ones that they lost, and you know, maybe changing paths and stuff like that. So it was a good message on the song too. Yeah, not a bad song.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was good. Maybe not as good as the first two, but I was actually listening to the lyrics of this song, and man, they were speaking real in this song, man. Like, this was like lyrically, like the stuff that they were saying is a good message. It's like legit a good message. Like, you should live by that message. And
Chillin', no killing.
That's right. That's right. Chillin', no killing this, you know, holiday season. We don't want that, you know. So yeah, I really appreciated that out of anything. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think you know, one of the rappers here, the flow could have been a little bit better. But I mean, all in all, still a good song. Like, I would definitely still listen to that song again. So I'm happy with it. What'd you think, Mike?
Yeah, I like it a lot, man. It reminded me of De La Soul.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
positive hip hop.
Yeah.
So I like hip hop like that,
Okay, I
man.
can
I
see
could listen to stuff like that all day. But
Good
yeah,
call with the De La Soul,
Yeah.
Mike. Good call.
that was fire. I liked it.
All right, cool. So we're moving into this next song. This one is called Silver Bells.
Who wants to roast this one first?
I guess BA's up first on this one.
Yeah. See, I'm not gonna roast, okay? Because I don't like roasting, okay? But,
You don't like roast? It's delicious.
Yeah, but no,
I just bought a smoker. You guys should try
Was
some.
that a good song though?
I feel that they could have been better, okay? I'm not going to say the song was trash, okay? Because the song wasn't trash. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like vocally the song could have stood out better than what I heard. But other than that, yeah, I love the instrumental. It was great. And, yeah, I mean, it's a classic song, so you can't go wrong, but you just, at the same time, maybe have a little bit different vocalist. That's all I'm going to say. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, the vocals were weak.
Oh, man.
A really good instrumental, but the vocals failed us. I was so hyped too hearing that intro with the drum fill and everything. I was like, uh-oh. And then the vocals came in and I was like, all right, never mind. So kind of disappointing.
Dang.
What you got, Joe?
Well, before I give my critique of this song, I do want to give a little shout out. Can I give a shout out?
Go for it.
Can I give a shout out? All right. I want to give a shout out to Two Nicole's One podcast. Friends of mine. Hopefully, we're going to do some cross promotional stuff with here in the future. And before I get your hate messages and all that garbage that you guys love to send me, I'm just giving them a shout out and letting you know they're a good podcast and check them out. And hopefully we'll do some stuff after the first of the year with them and then with us, and bring a woman's perspective maybe to the three dudes and vice versa. So
That would be cool.
yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
good. Shout out to the Nicoles.
That's
For
right.
sure.
Two Nicoles,
For
one
sure.
podcast. Check them out.
Definitely.
All right, so now to my critiquing. Love the instrumental. I mean, it was just another good jazz R&B fusion thing going on there. The drums, the what do you call them? The wind chimes, the whole vibe of the song instrumentally was great. And then the singer sang. And you just realize at that moment who was the stripper that was giving head to Suge Knight or one of the Dog Pound to get on this track.
All right, once again.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you could tell the minute she opened her voice, she wasn't a professional singer. She was a karaoke singer at best.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, God. Like,
Maybe she was a friend of the family, you know?
oh, yeah.
A friend of the family.
That's right. It
Yeah.
could be. I mean, hey.
We don't know. We don't know.
Maybe. But, I got a lot of friends in my family that I wouldn't put on my album. But, if somebody was having sex with me, I'd be like, yeah, maybe we could do something. But, anyways, it's just, that's the only thing. Like I said, the different singer. Like, you could tell iTunes wasn't around, or Auto-Tune, I should say, wasn't around at that point, and it just, she didn't have a powerful voice, she didn't have an on-key voice, and it's like Macy Gray, love the instrumental, but then Macy Gray sings, and it's like, wow, who ate a pack of cigarettes this morning? But, I mean, I Try is not a bad song, but it's just the, for like an hour?
Alright.
But anyways,
Okay.
One bad song out of 4.
No, it wasn't a bad song. It just wasn't a good song. It wasn't. Listen, we've had a lot worse.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep, you're right.
yeah.
Alright. Well, this next one is called Peaceful Christmas.
Okay.
So that song was Peaceful Christmas. Joe, what do you think of it?
I actually really liked it. It was a redemption from the last song. So Danny Boy, I wish he had a bigger career. I don't know why he didn't.
Because he signed to Death Row.
There you go.
There you go.
But no, honestly, I mean, this guy is R. Kelly sounding. Like we were kind of talking while the song was going on, and he just has a hell of a voice, and the instrumentals are great. I mean, anything this guy's touching on this track, I'm all about right now. It's good stuff. So this track to me, it was a holiday Yuletide log of fire.
All right, yeah, I agree. But this goes to show you, man, the bad record deals will destroy anybody's career, no matter how good they are.
Look at Ashanti.
Oh man, Shanti's still good.
But hey, her record deal killed her career.
Yep. It's sad. It's a great track too, man.
Yeah.
Danny Boy, where you at, man?
Yeah, Danny Boy,
Danny
if you
Boy.
happen to see this, listen, don't tell Suge, by the way. But just, listen, you guys are afraid of Tekashi. I ain't. Suge, on the other hand, But, no, listen, man, if this guy ever does catch our little world here, we got some respect for you, dude, and, give us a shout out, man. We'll put you in our little studio, and you can sing for the masses, and, maybe, I don't know, who knows?
Yeah, that was fire, to be honest with you. Danny Boy, he made that song. He made that song. Like, the instrumental was great as well. These instrumentals, by the way, fire. Everything I'm hearing instrumental wise has been great so far. But Danny Boy, I must say, he made the song. Without him, it wouldn't be what it is, and I don't know why he obviously Death Row, but I mean he should have
a large part. I don't know if that's the whole part, but it's a large part probably.
Yeah, I mean I feel like he could have gone more places.
You know what? Before we say anything else and make ourselves look stupid, let's make sure. Let's Wikipedia Danny Boy. Let's see. Okay, he's still alive. Good.
Yeah, so at least he's still alive.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, with death row, it's a 50-50, so
Yeah.
you have to double check.
They could be dead.
That, unfortunately, is true.
Yeah. But other than that, I thought the song was great, and I hope to hear more from Danny Boy.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
To make a quote here, "Oh, Danny boy, we'd love to hear your pipes a calling."
What is that from?
Oh, Danny boy, it's the Irish national anthem. It's
All right, okay. I know I've heard it.
You're a black guy with red hair. You have Irish in
No,
you
I've heard
somewhere.
it. I've heard it. It just wasn't clicking. All right. Anyways, next song. This one is called "Christmas in the Ghetto." All right. So that was "Christmas in the Ghetto." What did you think, Mike?
I like the beat. It's kind of depressing though, the vocals, man. But that's just the reality, man. Like, a lot of people think that Christmas is all, happy, but it is for most people, But for poor people, bro, it's really not that good, man. Like, they don't get all the gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is kind of sad, bro. But that's just the reality of the situation, man. Like, poverty, Christmas is a lot different for people with poverty, you know what I'm saying? But I like it. It's real, you know what I'm saying? It gives you a different perspective on how Christmas is for some other people that aren't as fortunate as you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought they were talking pretty real in the record. I think that Christmas is different in the ghetto. You go to school and all the kids say how many presents and things that they got for Christmas, but when you're, don't have a lot of income coming in, you're not going to be like one of those kids that receive a bunch of gifts under the tree. It's just not how it works. I think it was cool how they were basically saying this is how Christmas is in the ghetto. You don't just get everything. You might get one thing. You might get a couple things, but that's it. Just be thankful for what you got and keep it moving. So I can appreciate that. I think vocal-wise, I really wasn't. I don't know. The first part of it, I really wasn't liking the verse. The second verse came in, it was better. But I think if different rappers were on it, maybe it could have been a little bit better vibe. But instrumental-wise, fire, as always. So what do you think, Jim?
I agree with you on the instrumental. Again, just whoever's producing these tracks is just they're just kicking some ass with the producing. Just great tracks. The first and the third verse in this song, the deliveries was almost like gangsters trying to be gangsters. Like, you know how whenever you get that guy who's just like, yo, yeah, just playing the tough guy, to the point where it's almost like, are you really a tough guy, or are you just trying to be a tough guy? That's what I got off those two particular verses. The middle verse, it got more real. The guy was actually probably talking about his Christmases as a kid. About, we only got one board game, and between me and my brothers and sisters, this is what we got, because mom didn't have money and dad wasn't around to give us anything, and it kind of sucked. It wasn't as great as everybody makes Christmas out to be, because we go around other kids and they'd have this and they'd have that and we didn't have this. So he got real with it, and his delivery was more subtle. It wasn't over the top. Where the other two verses, I kind of almost drowned them out because it was too over the top. Tupac could be over the top at times, but he was talking about more hardcore stuff. He'd be like, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna fuck your bitch. And he'd be getting all off with it. And when you get like that, you get fired up, and it's more understandable. When you're talking about, a Christmas tree got lights that run out, and I don't like it. And it's take it down a notch. that's all, I said that.
All right, okay. So to keep it moving, this next track coming up is called Silent Night. All right, so that one was Silent Night. Guys, that was a great track. Here's my opinion on it real quick.
Too quick.
Instrumental, great. But here's my thing. The vocalists weren't even that bad. My thing was, it's really weird to hear people coming from Death Row talking about, the Holy Spirit,
Oh yeah.
Jesus. And I get it. There's a lot of like,
Because they would more likely put holes in your spirit.
It was just very strange. Like, it was out of place to me. Put it that way. Out of all the songs that I've heard so far, that one just felt out of place. But other than that, yeah, instrumental was pretty good. For a Silent Night song, not the best, but it was pretty good. What do you think of it, Joe?
No, I agree with you again on the vocals. They were. If I was in a church and I heard that, I'd be like, "That's a really good performance for a church."
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm listening to my professional album, I'm like, it was good, but it wasn't like, wow. Like to me, like I'm gonna say, Boyz II Men in terms of Silent Night is my all-time favorite. Like, that. And those four guys were probably the greatest vocal group ever. I'm just going to say that, and I don't care what anybody wants to say, the Temptations and this and that.
Yeah,
no,
you got some.
yeah, there are a lot of great ones.
Yeah.
But Boyz II Men, man, I've seen them live numerous times, and they can do things vocally that just are like, But that's just me. But anyways, instrumental again, another like fire. I like the jazzy R&B fusions again. I mean, these tracks are great, and they almost sound live. Like they like on the slower, more gospely or Christmassy songs, they almost sound live in studio with the artist singing, as opposed to being edited in later. Mm-hmm. Like the rap songs, you can clearly tell they're rapping, and then they have the beat.
Yeah.
These sound like they're performed live in the studio, and maybe some like light dubbing here and there to make them a little more powerful. But that's what I like too. I like that live sound to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good track. It's not like, again, not a bad track. Good track.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it a lot actually. Especially as it kept going towards the end when they added the choir in and everything. I thought it was pretty dope, man. Yeah, like I said, I was saying earlier, if they played this type of music at church, I would definitely be going to church a little bit more often. But I don't know, man. That's a good church track right there, man.
I won't be going to church too often though, because I'm Jewish.
Okay.
Not against anybody goes to church.
But no, I liked it a lot, man. It is kind of weird hearing this being on the Death Row album.
Yeah.
You don't put it.
It's a pleasant surprise.
Right.
It's not bad. It's just kind of like, I wasn't expecting this,
Yeah.
But I like it, man.
It's like whenever like you eat something spicy, but you don't get heartburn after. It's like,
Yeah. That's good.
Or you order Pizza Hut and it's good. It doesn't happen too often anymore. Or maybe you're really hungry. Mike, I just realized something. If Waldo and Oscar the Grouch had a child,
jeez.
you'd be the afterbirth right now.
Wow, that's rough.
That look fresh, man.
I mean, but you got
rough.
the Waldo hat and you got the green Oscar
This is
the Grouch.
Christmas colors.
It is. But the way it's rocking, I like both characters, so I'm okay
Hey,
with
man,
it.
I look good, so I feel good.
He
you know what I'm saying?
looks good. He feels good.
I don't know what's up with
Ladies-
your pants, though, man. What's up with your pants,
My
bro?
pants? Well,
Why are you wearing blue pants? You should have wore some green
because
pants.
blue is the color of Hanukkah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, dissing on the Hanukkahs. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, simpleton. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It was kind of a shout out to Hanukkah there.
All right, my
That's
bad.
it. And
What's up next?
I didn't have any red sweatpants.
See, you would be a good Santa Claus, like.
Well, I actually I
like
have
at the
played,
mall, you
I,
feel me?
I have
Like-
played Santa before. Yes, I have a Santa suit. And if anybody out there wants to book me for your holiday parties after COVID, I will be more than happy to play your Santa. You could sit on my lap and tell me what you
He
want.
could DJ too, so.
I could DJ. I've done
He
both
could
at
be
the same time.
your Santa DJ.
By the way, if there's any children watching this, I am a Santa helper. Santa helper. I work for Santa.
Okay, so this next track is called Be Thankful. All right, so that track was called Be Thankful.
I'm thankful it's over.
That's a lot to be thankful for, but it's not a lot at the same time. So once again, the instrumental, hot. Like, it was hotness. It's smooth, just nice. Once again, R&B feel to it. Just, ooh, good. I I don't know about what Nate Dogg was doing. And
I can tell you what Nate Dogg was doing.
And I really don't know about
It's called Hennessy and Hydro. And they were doing lots of it. Because that track was...
Wow, it was all over the place. Butch Cassidy,
He should have stayed dead in the movie.
Wow. Yeah, that was... Bad performance. Bad performance. That's all I can say. They needed to come harder on this
Let's
track.
just put it this way. The three of us, if we would have done that, would probably have sounded the same. And that's not an exaggeration. It was... I don't want to love you more. Thank you, girl. And it was like, what the... It really was like that. I was like, what the hell are we listening to?
Oh, that was rough. What'd you think about it, Mike?
I like the beat, man. I could dance to the beat. You know
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was getting down to it, but
I mean, the
vocals
beat...
were just off.
Off. They weren't even like... They should just turn their mic down. And I can just see them in the studio. They thought they were doing something like so... Like, yo, man, like, listen, this is gonna be fire. It's fire. Listen to us. I don't wanna look at the girls, man. They're gonna love this. They're looking at the bottom of the head in the studio right now. Yeah, you could see that. Mm-hmm. Literally, if you listen to the track, you could see. It's almost like My Girl Likes to Party All the Time, where like they were so high on cocaine they thought they were making. That's a good song.
That song is fire.
I love that song. But, like, you could tell that they were so freaking strung out on their minds. And if you ever watch the video, you can really tell. Because, like, you know, Eddie's just like, every day the girls want to party. And then, like, Rick James is like, my girl likes to. And you could just tell they thought they were making, like, the greatest song ever. And, yes, it is a decent song. Way better than this past one there. But at the same time, that altered mind is there. It's like, yeah.
Dang.
That was an Altered Mind great hit.
Too much eggnog.
Well, no.
Is that the next song?
No, it's called...
Oh.
It's called...
That could be a great
like
we should make that Chris. That's
Too
our
much
that's the
eggnog,
Christmas song.
much eggnog,
That
yeah.
sounds
We
crazy.
were drinking too much eggnog.
So this next one is called On This Glorious Day. All right. So, guys, a lot to say on this track, but once again, that track was called On This Glorious Day.
It wasn't glorious.
No, it wasn't glorious. I'm gonna let Joe go first on this one.
All right. So again, another fire instrumental. It really is. The instrumentals, the production of the music is just really, really good on this album so far. Like this might be the best produced instrumental album I think we've done at this point in terms of beautifulfulness of the music. I guess that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But okay, so here's the deal with the singing. I'm not gonna say they were bad singers because they weren't. They weren't good singers. It's kind of like, you know, like there's people who go to karaoke and they think they're the greatest singer. Like they're like, American Idol screwed me. It was a rigged system, or you know, I could do what they do. They just haven't discovered me yet, or you know, that's what this felt like. It was like these guys either were friends with somebody, or Shook's just running out of talent and he's just calling people in and be like, yo, you got a little bit of a voice, get on the track. They weren't professional singers. They were singers. They had enough voice to maybe, like I said, a church, karaoke, local talent show. But to be a professional singer, you know when you hear a professional singer as opposed to an amateur singer just within 2 notes. Just like when you watch a professional athlete and an amateur athlete. You can tell within a matter of seconds who's who. And yeah, as soon as they started breaking into the over the top, trying, like you could tell they were struggling to hit notes. It was like, oh, you know, like know the limitations. If you can't do it, don't do it. You know, so, and that's my only complaint with it. Again, great track in terms of the instrumental. I'm sure the song itself was a really pretty song. It's just you stop listening because the vocal just kind of is like, all right, if I tune it out, it's pleasant enough. You know?
All right. I thought the song, once again, I agree with Joe. Once again, the instrumental, great. Fire instrumental. really good. Sounds, man, I don't know who's been on this whole album, but the way it's been produced, great. Like, it has been wonderfully produced. The problem definitely is the vocalist. There's no and if and buts about it. At least with this song, this guy, not a bad singer,
Was it one guy or was it a collective?
Oh, it could have been a collective.
It
8
sounded
ones.
like one guy.
But it sounded a lot like one dude, just in a lot of background
Yeah,
stuff.
he did a bunch of takes.
But yeah, it just he's not bad. It's just not there on the caliber that it needed to be to really make this song pop. And that's what, like, the last few songs, that's the problem. And I mean, listen, I'm not, saying that, a lot of these songs are, trash because of the singers and vocalists, but they just could have been better. And this is definitely one of them where I feel it could have been better, but it just didn't hit that top notch because the vocalist he was good, just not good enough. It sucks to say that, but
Amateur. It was an amateur singer as opposed to a professional.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a little bit off. Some's just a little bit off with the vocals, and it just makes you just kind of like tune it out. Just goes into the background. Good beats, good instruments, good mixes, but they should have got some better vocalists.
Yeah.
You know what it kind of reminded me of? It's like when you go to a Steeler game and that guy's like, man, in high school I can throw a ball better than that Ben Roethlisberger. And then you're like, okay, go up next to Ben Roethlisberger and throw a ball and see what happens. And, it's like, yeah, you fell short.
Yeah. I can get that.
Speaking of Ben Roethlisberger, I had to shave my goatee because the Steelers lost.
That's horrible.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Or Redskins. Come on, man.
Yes.
Or Team Washington.
Washington now. Yeah, Washington.
Bunch of bullshit.
Anyways, moving in, this next track. Oh, sorry, this next track. This next track is called Frosty the Snowman. Everyone knows this one. Frosty the Snowman.
But wait. Tell them who it's by.
6 Feet Deep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see how deep Frosty the Snowman is. All right, so that
was good.
Frosty.
That was good.
Frosty the Snowman, guys. Well, how about Mike, go on this one. What you think, Mike?
I don't know, man. This is getting weird. This is
know.
getting weird, bro.
Yo.
The thumpity thump part. Oh,
I mean, that's the song.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
This is getting weird.
I'm gonna have to say that is like filler music to me. Like, I did not really pay no, I didn't pay attention to that song, to be honest with you. Like, it's definitely a song I could just totally be in the store and walk and grab my groceries and get out of there.
Yeah, that's generic holiday music.
It's so
Well,
generic.
you know the thing, it's a song that has been done so many times that you have to really do something special with it to catch your attention. And it's a song that's been probably done a million times by a million different artists in a million different ways. So you really have to do something unique to make it pop and stand out. And it melted the snow, unfortunately.
Yeah, it really did.
I mean, the guy, again, another one of these guys who doesn't sound bad, but he's not a professional singer. Like, you can just tell by the strength of the sound and their voice, it's not a professional singer. It's like, oh, hey, what do we owe you? Oh, come on in here and, what do you owe us? Oh, yeah, come in and do that track. It really, it really does. It just feels like he's just like, yo, man, listen, you owe me a favor. Get on that track. My label's going under. I ain't got nobody here on the label left. Go on. Snoop just signed with No Limit, and Gray's created Aftermath, and Tupac's dead. Get on the track.
Yeah, this is bad. We'll keep it moving though.
At least Michelle was laughable bad. This is
just
sad bad.
Yeah.
She's like, oh man, I feel sorry for you, dude. Like,
yeah. You try, but
right. You failed. It's okay though. I mean, hey, listen, I'm not on a professional track.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah.
This next track, Oh Holy Night. So that was Oh Holy Night.
Oh, holy shit.
That was tough, but Joe, what'd you think? I'm gonna let you go on that.
The whole time I'm hearing it, I'm thinking like, off the Vegas Strip in the casino down by the corner. Welcome, BGIOTTI or whatever the hell their name is. They sound like cruise ship singers. They sound like Vegas Strip, off the strip singers. Again, semi-professionals, not bad singers, just not like if I'm buying an album. And back in the day, this probably costing me $25, new CD. That's not what I want to hear. You know, if I'm spending $1.99 at the Walmart Bargain Bin, it's like, okay, this is what I expect.
Yeah.
But when I'm spending $25 for a Death Row Christmas album, I'm not expecting that.
No.
Not a bad track. Instrumentals, again, fire. Just the production on this is top notch in terms of music. This, like I said, might be the best musical production aside from Soundgarden. I think that we've done so.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I think that obviously music production wise, wow, it's good. Every song is popping. But oh my gosh, yeah, the vocalist. Woo. Listen, not bad, but not. No, it doesn't have that level of quality. Like. It's not there, in a professional vocal sense. It's just not there. And you can hear it, and you can tell. And as soon as she started singing Holy Night, I said, nope.
Yeah. It wasn't even like, it was like, Holy Night.
Yeah, I was like, nope, that's it. Nope. That's it for me. It was. I got turned off immediately.
And you would think, being a studio album, you could doctor that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one thing live.
It sounds too live. That's what I was thinking.
Well,
too,
and I go back to what I said a couple tracks ago. I do think that these particular types of tracks are being recorded live.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way the instrumental's coming off, they're definitely not being recorded in stereo. I don't think they're definitely in mono. I think.
Yeah.
Because Elton John records a lot of stuff in mono, and it sounds more live than, but because I don't know why it just picks up different.
Yeah, it's not. It definitely sounds more live, but they could have did a better. I feel like they could have did a better job with this because
vocally, yes.
Yeah, it's just not popping vocally. What do you think, though, Mike?
No, I agree. It sounds like it's just a live. Sounds like a live church recording.
Tricks.
Church.
Oh, Tricks. I'm like
Tricks for kids.
Yeah.
Church.
It might have been a trick.
Preach.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, so it sounds like one of them CDs that you get from church,
Best of Lifetime Gospel.
Something like that.
Yeah. Except there's some really good gospel albums out there.
I don't know. Not impressed.
Yeah, me
It
either.
just keeps it's kind of dragging on at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
We got Party for the Homies.
All right.
So let's see what this one's about. All right, so that song right there, ladies and gentlemen.
It happened.
Party for the Homies.
There was no partying.
Yeah, I'll go on this one. Yeah, that was the worst song of this album so far. Worst song. I'm saying it right now. Even the instrumental.
We're not done yet.
We're not done, but so far, worst song. So far, worst song. Instrumental, bad. Vocalist, bad. It was just all over bad. Like, they needed to do something
Is this getting
way different.
Patton and Brandon trash?
This might have to get... Yeah, I'm about to put trash
You
on
gonna
there.
trash this one?
I'm about to trash this one. This song is trash. Facts.
Oh,
Okay?
no.
It really was. Like, everything about it. Yo, like, this... It just sounded...
the Brandon
They were
trash.
trying to sound
Brandon
cool. They were trying to sound cool. It just didn't come off as cool, though. Like, party for the homies. Like, no. Like, you gotta go hard. And they didn't go hard. It just sounded like... little kids party, like it's a tea party. This ain't no like party.
Tea party.
That's like a tea party.
All right.
No.
Party for the little homies.
No. Yeah, for the little homies.
For a
Right.
little tea.
For a little tea.
Salsa.
That's right.
Salsa with the pinky.
Yeah. So I'm labeling this one as trash. Mike, what do you think of it?
You heard it, man. It's a Brandon approved trash.
Yo,
so I'm
it's
going
trash.
with it. Trash.
Facts.
Facts.
So I'm thinking as a, what was that, about 13, 12, something like that, at 96, maybe 14. This would have been a cool song at that time for me. I'm like, oh, yeah, party for the homies.
It's kind of catchy.
It is catchy. But it reminds me of like watered down Will Smith and watered down
Wow.
Tony. And like not nearly as good. So what happens is when you listen to it 30 years later almost, or 25 or whatever, you realize it sucked. It really sucked. And the thing is they were trying so hard to be, like, y'all, this is the homies, this is the party. And it just come off like silly. It came off silly. Yeah, like Montel Jordan did it way better.
Yeah.
This is how we do it.
Yeah. You want a party,
Right.
you get Montel Jordan
Right,
there.
right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he did. He sounded like a knockoff Montel to me.
Yep.
Montel's a big-ass dude, by the way. I've met him. He's like 6'6", 6'7".
Jeez.
Like, I was like, holy shit, this guy's massive.
Does he have any other tracks?
Oh, yeah. Get It On Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Get It On Tonight's fire.
Yeah,
You
that
want to
is
get
a
some
fire track.
panties off
That
before
is a
Get It
fire-
On Tonight.
That is a fire track.
Mhm.
All right.
Play it.
So, this next song,
And this
guys.
and that.
Oh.
He had this and that, too. I think it was called This and That. It was off the same album as This Is How We Do It. I won't.
This next track, guys, is called White Christmas. Wow. Well, that was White Christmas. Gosh.
I think Suge was on some white stuff when he said, let's go and make it with these two guys.
Yeah, Joe, what'd you think of that?
All right, so you take the most iconic Christmas song ever, more covers than any other Christmas song, and you give it to these two guys? I mean, Danny Boy isn't available? Seriously, like, I would have rather listened to Michelle. I mean, bring back Nate Dogg? Anything?
Bring back Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg? I mean, Snoop can't sing, but at least he could be entertaining. Like, that's all. Okay, so, yeah, no. I mean, no.
Guys, I
felt like I was being touched by an uncle during it.
yes. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna keep it real, guys. I felt like I was being inappropriately felt. Listen, I'm just saying, and listen, I don't like to hate on vocalists or singers or anybody, but a few times that the vocalist was singing, it felt very creepy, like inappropriately creepy. Like, take your kids, hide your kids, because you don't know what's gonna happen. And that's what I
kind of
felt.
White Christmas is he talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It just felt very inappropriate, the whole song, and I can't stand behind that. What'd you think, though,
That was
Mike?
trash. That was hard to listen to.
Ooh, Mike trash.
I'm trashing that one.
Wow.
It was like watching a Hall & Oates video. Like, you love Hall & Oates the music, but when you're watching the video, you get that weird kind of like, like they're a little too close for comfort here, They're singing into each other's eyes just a little too much for my liking. And that's what I got the vibe from this song,
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That was a tough one.
It was tough.
I'm glad it was only,
We're
a minute and
slipping.
a half?
But we got Danny Boy up next.
Danny
Yeah.
Boy, bring it back for us,
Yeah.
buddy.
Bringing it back.
This song is called This Christmas. Alright, so that song was This Christmas. Man, that Danny Boy. You go ahead, Mike.
Danny Boy killed it, man.
Ugh.
Danny Boy out here killing it. Too bad it's his last song.
It is his last song.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Boy, man.
Danny Boy.
This should have been Death
Release some
Row's
more.
Christmas featuring Danny Boy and special guest. Like, Danny Boy pretty much owns this album. They should have launched his career superstardom with this album, and instead they got schmucks.
Yeah, bro. That's a good track right there.
That's a really good track.
And I even said to these guys, I said, when you hear Danny Boy singing compared to the last 3 or 4 tracks, he's a professional singer. Like, the vocal range, the control, the pitch, it's like, that's a singer.
Yeah, he knows how to change octaves and all that
Yeah.
stuff that you need to know how to do if you really want to sing. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fire.
That
What
was
you guys
hot.
think?
Yeah, I thought it was great, man. Danny Boy killed it. He slayed this track.
No pun intended for a Christmas album.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I mean, I wish. It's hard to say this, and you know, it might be unpopular for some people, but I almost wish he was on every single track. Every single track.
I agree. This should have been his vehicle.
Yeah,
You know.
it was amazing. But yeah, what do you think, Joe? What's your full opinion?
Absolutely brilliant. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish that. I'm actually, when I get done listening to this, I'm going to go out and try to see if he's done anything else as Danny Boy, and just kind of see, you know, albums, whatever, and want to hear more. I mean, they've sold me on this Danny Boy guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's been a couple good tracks other than his, but man, he has just solidified the album. He should be the only guy on the album. I don't know if they ran out of money to pay him, and you know, like, we give you 3 or 4 tracks, but man, especially some of the holiday classics they covered with those other schmucks.
Yeah.
You know, that Danny Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Boy!
Danny Boy. Yeah. Agreed. So we're moving into the next to the last track, and this is called "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." Okay, well, that song was called "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas."
We did not.
Yeah, that was. I don't know how merry I felt, but it wasn't very merry. Mike, what did you think? Would you have a Merry Christmas?
Nah, man, that one was bad for me.
Mm.
I don't know, man.
They're just
I don't get it.
they're not good enough to be on professional tracks. They're good singers in a small little armory with, like, you know, 50 friends and family, and you know, oh yeah, my boy, he the greatest. I could see that, but you put them in a studio with professional musicians, and I think that's the other thing too. Let's not discredit the musicians that are playing on these tracks, because they are professionals. Their techniques, everything, are just so good that the badness of the singers actually probably comes out even more because the instrumentals are so good.
Right.
If the instrumentals sucked and they sucked, it'd be like, okay, well, the whole thing is just...
Yeah.
And I think just one thing is so good and the other thing is not, that it just makes it so much more dramatic of a, ooh.
Yeah,
factor.
and these songs have been done so well.
Right,
Right.
and they've been done so many times.
Yeah,
How do
so-
you gotta step your game up with Christmas songs?
Yeah,
Right.
you're going against a lot of competition.
Right,
It's
right.
not very impressive.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I personally thought that the instrumental was amazing, but the vocals 6 feet deep.
Should have been stayed there.
Well, I mean, dang. But I will say is that, yeah, they needed to not be on this track, put it that way. That's just my opinion on it. But
It's like when you go, like I was saying, when you go, well, you guys probably don't remember, and out there maybe not remember. There used to be bookstores, and you'd buy like $50 or $60 in books, and they'd give you a free holiday CD, and then you'd look at them and be like, oh yay, and then you listen to it and you go, oh great, and your mom would have it playing on the CD player in the car at nauseum when you were a little kid, because she's like, oh, this is good music while we're going to grandma's house, and it's like for home, you know, and then, you know, just yeah.
yeah, it's rough.
It's like them CDs they sell at Starbucks.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Like you find like one really good up and coming artist, and then the rest is all Jack Johnson songs. And you're like, wow, I didn't know how many different ways we could make banana pancakes today. Like, just saying. Nothing against Jack Johnson, but like his music is the definition of bland, vanilla, sleepy music to me.
Yeah, it's definitely.
That and Nora Jones. Very pretty vocal, very pretty, very pretty instrumentals, but
Yeah.
her songs, I don't know why. Like the early 2000s with some of that stuff, man. I don't know what, like we went from like hardcore nu metal and grunge and to like, oh, here, let's take a Valium, world.
Yeah, got popular though.
They did.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so we have come up on the very last song, ladies and gentlemen. The very last song of this album.
Oh, really? I wanted
Wait.
more.
Are we gonna get Santa?
Oh my god.
Santa!
Oh, gosh. All right. What is it called?
It is called Christmas Every Day.
Yes, Santa!
But the artist is called Guess. So let's not get too hyped. But we're going to come back and let you guys know what we thought of this song and what we're going to rate this album. Christmas Every Day.
Not if they're singing.
Wow, that was tough. Well,
Was that his actual family, or was he just saying that because like that was like their clique? Because if it was his actual family, they were the greatest singers ever. I loved everything about them, and they should all have major record deals. Just saying. Suge's family, multi-talented.
Oh my gosh, jeez. That was a tough one. Guys. Okay, so I'll just break it down. Instrumental, very like poppy. Got that nice pop, to
funky,
and just
funky.
That bass was popping.
I love that instrumental.
Yeah,
Great.
gosh,
Another
man, banger. But then, as soon as Guess came on,
Guess what happened?
it went downhill quick.
If you listen to the track, you will know what we mean.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was once again like a thing where I feel if we had Danny Boyle on this song, it could have been a whole different vibe.
Like here's my thing.
Whole different.
Like, I mean, at this point, I'm sure Suge had some money still. Why couldn't he even go out and be like, listen, let's get Mary J. Blige. Let's get, even like one-offs. Like, let's get some artists that like could come in here. Unless he had such a stank on him that nobody wanted to be around him. That he's like, okay, we know this guy's like what he's all about. Let's just,
Yeah.
stay away.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I really cared about. The instrumental was hot, but yeah, I guess not it. Not for this track. No.
Guess that's not happening.
What'd you think, Mike?
It sounded like a knockoff of something I've heard before. The bass line is from something else.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it too. I mean, it's good.
That comes from something else, and it's probably a way better track than that was.
Well, the thing is a lot of Death Row's music was sampled from James Brown, Isaac Hayes, Parliament, all that. That's what made it good. But at the same time, they also put their own little spins on it. But yeah, I mean, when you're covering Christmas songs, just because most of them are public domain, that means anybody can really get their hands on one and just kind of do what they want with it. You gotta really just do something that's just like, whoa. And for the most part, most of the ones that, aside from Danny Boy, did were not whoa. It was like whoa in a whole different way.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So what are we thinking on a
couch scale?
On a couch scale,
we're doing couch or mistletoe.
Oh.
What do you guys want to do? It's a holiday or stockings.
How many stockings is this?
You want to do stockings for the Christmas?
Stocking.
Out of 10 stockings, what you give it?
I will start.
Yeah, you can start this one.
I'm actually gonna give this one a 7. Out of 10. And here's why. Instrumentals, most of all of them were great. Musically, artists were amazing when it came to instrumentals. That's why I'm giving it the 7 out of 10. Almost every single instrumental I enjoyed and would listen to freely. The reason why it's not getting a higher score from me is because some of the artists on this album, horrible to me. Not horrible, but they don't make the songs any better. If anything, they make the songs worse. So that's why I'm not giving it anything above a 7. But yeah, I think the quality, the production of this album, on point. There's no question about it. I think that they had something special going on in this album, and it could have been launched even further with the right artist. Unfortunately, it wasn't. But yeah, like I said, the biggest highlight to me was the instrumental that I was getting, and I think those studio artists did an amazing job. And so, yeah, 7 out of 10 stockings this holiday for me. What do you think, Joe?
I want to let Mike go, actually.
All right, Mike.
Mike go.
I already decided a couple songs ago. It's a 6.
Okay.
6 out of 10, man. It's there were some good tracks on there. I want to hear more of my man Danny Boy, so I'm definitely gonna check him out when I get back to the crib, see what he sounds like. But yeah, 6 out of 10, I think, is a fair, in my opinion, because I don't really like Christmas music that much anyway. So
Yeah.
but for what it was, for me 6 out of 10.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with UBA. I'm gonna say a 7 out of 10. I would say this is the second or third best album we've reviewed. I'm not trying to be biased because I picked them, but Soundgarden was probably the best album we reviewed, and
That was hot. Yeah.
this was damn good. The Nas one was damn good. So I will say that it's a 7 out of 10. I agree with you 100%. The instrumental throughout this whole thing, even the bad instrumental track that you thought was trash, was still better than some of the stuff we've heard. But all in all, if it was a couple different artists on a couple different tracks, this actually might be an 8 or a 9. And I mean that literally. Like, this was a surprisingly good album on certain levels, and then certain levels it was like, okay, this is what you expect from a Death Row Christmas album. So yeah, 7 out of 10 stockings is what I'm gonna go with it too.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I would have to rate that, since there's 2 7 out of 10s. We'll just go ahead and give it a final score of 7.
6.5 or
No,
7?
6.5. Well, 2 7s and then a 6.
So
So
would that take it down a half?
I'm gonna jump into a 7. All right, I'm gonna jump into a 7. I think it's a solid 7.
right.
I think it's a solid 7.
If Mike's feelings aren't
That's
gonna
the
get...
highest scored album, isn't it?
No, I think
So far?
Soundgarden got like a 9 or an 8, didn't it?
Yeah, I think you got a little higher.
I have to go.
Yeah, I have to go back.
Yeah, because there's only like 1, maybe 2 bad songs on the Soundgarden album.
Mm-hmm.
So that we thought, anyways.
Yeah.
But and then the Nas album got like a 7 or a 6 too, right?
So you're saying this is at the same level as Nas and Damian Marley?
In different ways, yes. Because I'll clarify.
I don't know about
Instrumentally,
Yes.
this was better than the Damian and Nas. Only because with the Damian and Nas album, there were a couple straight fire tracks on that, but then they started to sound a lot alike at certain points. Like they were just flowing into one another, and it sounded like a lot of the same tracks. Vocally, no. There were a few artists on here that blew Nas and Damian Marley away, like Danny Boy, and the first rap song that we listened to was
Snoop was on that.
yeah, this one with Snoop was just a damn good rap track, even if it was a Christmas track or not. However, then there was 6 Feet Deep and Michelle and
Yes.
and
That's
Guess.
what killed it for me, man. Like, you can have
Right.
the best production in the world, but I don't really listen to music for production. I want to hear the vocals.
Well, yeah, but
If
like,
it has
Damian
terrible
Marley,
vocals-
you can't understand him half the time.
Well, yeah.
Not
'cause
saying that he's not
he's
entertaining.
he's doing the he's doing the
Rastafari, Jamaica. Yeah, I get it because he is, but at the same time, some of Nas. See, the thing I also look at with Nas is like with guys like Nas and Snoop and Biggie and all that. I put their scales right here for me because I know they're great. I know they're like the best of the best. So when they don't come with that A game every single time, don't get me wrong, everybody has an off track or two, but like. Some of Nas's stuff on that album was just like, alright, it's okay. It's Nas putting Nas stuff, and it's almost was like, damn, this
All
is
right.
Nas being Nas.
I feel you.
Because I don't know anything about 6 Feet Deep, and then when I hear it, I'm like, well, now I know why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
My bar was not high to begin with.
All right. Well, guys, next time we have Mike here choosing the album.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's choosing yet, but it's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see what happens for the next time. We want to thank everybody for watching. Definitely, if you guys have any comments, like the videos. We'd love to hear feedback from you guys. Also, subscribe. We love to hear feedback, though. So definitely comment under if you have any suggestions for us. And we will keep doing a Three Dudes review because we have a great time doing this.
Yeah, we do.
It's a lot of fun.
We get out of the house, which is nice.
It's good stuff.
Oh,
it's good
It
stuff.
gets Joe out of the house. Let's say that.
It's me my hour of peace. Actually, I also want to give another shout out to two Nicoles and one podcast.
Definitely.
We hope to do some crossover stuff with you guys after
sure.
the new year. And, like I said, like BA says, hey, you guys want to tell us what you want us to play for you? Please do, because we like surprises. We like curveballs. We like going in raw and just be like, oh, hey, look at that. Guess what we have here?
Yeah, because I don't think we're very good at picking so far, man.
No, I don't want to say
we've had some duds, man. We need some inspiration out here.
I don't say we're bad at picking. We know what we know and we go with it. Obviously, BA threw a curveball at us last week. And we all had high hopes for the Taylor Swift album.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't anybody's fault. It just was not.
It's Taylor's fault.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it
Need
out.
more drums.
Right, it needs more drums. Is this going to be the last one for the year, or do you think we're going to get one in before New Year's? Because next week's going to be crazy. Next week, well, no, not next week. 2 weeks from now is going to be crazy because that's Christmas week and all that, and New Year's and all that. So
we can see what's happening for next week. If we can get one more in,
yeah,
we could try.
Well, I didn't know if we should wish the folks a happy holidays.
We should definitely wish them
before if we don't. I mean,
right.
But then if we wish them happy holidays, and then next week we'll put another review, that's going to look stupid. So I don't know.
Guys, we definitely wish you guys a happy holidays. Hopefully, we may come with another review before Christmas, but if not, definitely happy holidays. We hope that you're weird. I said you're weird. Your year.
No. This year has been weird,
Yeah.
and let's hope 2021 is not weird.
Right.
But
so,
it's not looking too shabby right now.
Yeah.
But you know what? No, let's take it back. Everything's gonna be great. 2021, kick ass, and from us to you, Feliz Navidad.
Peace.
Yes, it's a little bit off.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't have a powerful voice, and she, like I said, just shook. Can I get on the album?
Do that again.
Don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Do that again. Do that again. Do that again. Do that again.